Hey kids, it's Engineer Eddie here to welcome you back to Family Friday. I hope you've had a great week learning that Jesus' power helps us to be bold. Trust Jesus. Now today we'll be using some of our special Family Friday materials from our VBS kit, so have that ready to roll. Now grab a family member and let's jump into Family Friday together.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. And we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you. Trusting in you. We're trusting in you. Trusting in you.
Same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to wake, lives in us, lives in us. The same power that moves mountains when he speaks, the same power that can calm a raging sea, lives in us, lives in us. He lives in us, he lives in us. We have hope that his promises are true in his strength. There is nothing we can't do, yes we know. There are greater things in store. We will not be overtaken, we will not be overcome. The same power that rose Jesus from the grave, the same power that commands the dead to wake, lives in us, lives in us. The same power Today we live, today we breathe, today we know that we are strong when we are weak. Today we trust, we overcome, take every chain that kept us slaves and throw them off. We're not waiting for permission, we defy our inhibition, like our middle name is fearless, son of red. If we're gonna fly, we fly like eagles, arms out wide. If we're gonna fear, we fear no evil. We will rise, by your power we will go, by your spirit we are bold. If we're gonna stand, we stand as giants. If we're gonna walk, we walk as lions. Today we live, today we breathe, today we know that we are strong when we are weak. Today we trust, we overcome, take every chain that kept us slaves and throw them off. We're not waiting for permission, we defy our inhibition, like our middle name is fearless, unafraid. If we're gonna fly, we fly like eagles, arms out wide. If we're gonna fear, we fear no evil. We will rise, by your power we will go, by your spirit we are bold. If we're gonna stand, we stand as giants. If we're gonna walk, we walk as lions.
It was awesome!
Welcome to Imagination Station, where we ask you to move your mind. Today, Pastor Danielle will lead in a fun activity with your bold blasters to remind that Jesus' power helps us to be bold. Trust Jesus. So look in your VBS activity bag and get ready. Let's go!
Hi boys and girls, and welcome to Imagination Station. Here at Imagination Station, we get to have so much fun with our sciencey gizmos and learning our Bible points for the week. Do you all remember our Bible point for this week? Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. You know, Jesus' power really does help us be bold, but sometimes we might not feel very bold. Have you ever heard of the phrase, practice makes perfect? Well, we know we'll never be perfect, but practice sure does help us be bold. Here's what I mean. So, say you're at school and you're about to eat your lunch and you're sitting there with your friends and you decide to take a moment to pray for your food. That's like taking one bold step. Then, maybe your friend asks you, hey, why do you do that? Why do you pray before you eat? Then you have the opportunity to take another bold step and say, well, that's how I thank Jesus for my food. Then maybe you take another bold step by saying how thankful you are to God for sending Jesus. And little by little, it gets easier to take another bold step. At first, it might start out kind of scary. You might be kind of nervous. You don't know what your friends are going to think. But with each bold step, it gets easier and easier. That's how momentum works. Have you ever seen a train get going? They all start stopped, right? So they all start standing still. And then slowly they get moving. And then little by little, it gets so fast. Have you ever been there at the railroad tracks watching the train zoom by? It starts going super fast, but it didn't always start out that way. You know, it started out kind of slow, but once it gets going, then it gets easier and easier to move faster. That's how momentum works. You know, this train teaches us about momentum, and it teaches us about how bold steps get easier and easier. And Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. I'm going to show you what I mean with this bold blaster. You guys are going to love this bold blaster. It's so much fun. Oh, well, that didn't really do anything. Maybe I'll flip it this way. Let's try this. Okay, well, it bounced a little bit, but that didn't really do anything either. Oh, well, maybe if I use this power pack, then it'll do something. Let's see. So I'm gonna hold it out just like this. Whoa! Did you see that? Amazing, it launched it forward. Well, that's kind of how Jesus helps us be bold. You see, on our own, it's kind of hard, and maybe we don't really do much. But once we bring Jesus into the picture, he launches us forward into taking bold steps for him. You know, this bold blaster is so much fun to play with, and I know you guys are gonna love playing with it. But it can also help us remember that Jesus' power helps us be bold. Trust Jesus. Have fun with your bold blasters, boys and girls. We'll see you next week here at Imagination Station. Bye-bye. Woo!
Thank you so much, Pastor Danielle. Kids, I hope you have a great time with your bold blasters and that they remind you of the theme for this week. Elise and Emery, can you remind us what that is?
Jesus' power helps us to be bold. Trust Jesus!
Thank you so much, girls. That's right. It's that Jesus' power helps us to be bold. Trust Jesus! Now let's hear about our Good Neighbor Challenge from the amazing Pastor Grace. You'll need your sidewalk chalk for this experience as we practice letting Jesus' power help us to be bold. Trust Jesus!
Hi, boys and girls. I'm holding sidewalk chalk in my hands. Today, for our family challenge, we'll find out how we can be a good neighbor using this sidewalk chalk. It's great to not only impact our community, but also impact the neighborhood we live in. So let's be bold for Jesus. Are you ready? Let's go!
Hi boys and girls, I'm here today to introduce this week's family challenge for you. And for this week's family challenge, you are going to need some fun colors of sidewalk chalk in your imagination. So you are going to take your sidewalk chalk, go outside with your family, and you are going to create some artwork right in front of your house. You can do it on the sidewalk in front of your house or maybe even your driveway. And you are going to draw some pictures with your family of some of your favorite things. You can draw, you can write a message, maybe you can even write a Bible verse. But what a fun way to brighten someone's day as they are outside, perhaps walking their dog, just going for a stroll, or playing outside with their kids. And our hope is that as they walk by your house, they will see these colorful drawings or messages and they will be encouraged, and hopefully they will remember how much Jesus loves them. So let's get outside and see what we can create.
I love this sidewalk chalk challenge. Kids, I hope you have fun with this one this week, and make sure you send me a picture with you and your sidewalk chalk creations so that I can include it in next Friday's video. Now let's settle in for our Kid Vid Cinema as we continue to learn that Jesus' power helps us to be bold. Trust Jesus!
Meet Lauren. She's your pretty typical kid. She loves Legos and animals.
These are freshwater fish. Mine is Peaches. My brother's is Green Lantern. My sister's is Uma.
She loves learning
My favorite subject in school is writing. I did write. This is kind of like a comic book.
She also loves cruising around her basement on her scooter and bouncing on trampolines. Lauren also serves Jesus in a big, bold way by serving at her local food kitchen.
I saw all the people who didn't have food, so I wanted to help them. My first time I served in community kitchen, I tried it in California and I wanted to do it here. So I told my mom and she found a place and she said I can go.
First thing, she meets with her crew to get a plan for the day.
It feels nice and it feels like God wants me to do this because it's important that people who don't have very much things, that we need to care for them. I am the drink and dessert person. When I do desserts, I walk back and forth taking down desserts and putting them on a table.
Once everything is set up, they say a prayer before everyone is served.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for the food that you have.
It's time to start serving.
When they start, we have to pour the drinks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow! Isn't it cool to see Lauren's boldness as she serves and meets all these grown-ups?
You're welcome. We serve juice, we serve milk, and we serve coffee, hot chocolate. It makes me feel bold when I show them that I care about them and that they are important and that we should care for them. And they're always happy when I'm there. That makes me feel good. You're welcome.
You did a great job.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Lauren enjoys serving so much, she invites others to serve with her.
My brother wants to go with me, so he'll come next time.
In the Bible, the book of Isaiah tells us, He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless.
God has given me the power to show people that they matter and that it's kind to care for people who need stuff and who are just on the streets, who don't have food, who don't have homes. They need stuff, and I got the power from God to show them that they matter.
Jesus' power helps us be bold.
What a great story and a great reminder of our theme. Aurora, can you remind us of our final theme for this week?
The theme for this week is Jesus' power helps us to be bold. Trust Jesus!
Great job, Aurora. Thank you so much. Now let's get on our feet for our theme song one last time as we finish out this week.
We trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you. We're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us bold and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust, we trust, we trust in you, Jesus. You're all, you're all, you're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, we're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. You make us whole and we stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, we're trusting in you. We're off on this journey, there's no looking back. With Jesus to lead us, we're on the right track. Oh, 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 oh. Wide open spaces for wide open eyes. We're looking ahead for the next big surprise. Oh, 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 oh. We trust, we trust, we trust in you, Jesus. You're all that we need. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, we're trusting in you. You give us hope and life that's forever. We stand together. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you. Your power will pull us through. We're trusting in you, trusting in you, trusting in you. We're trusting in you, trusting in you.
Hey guys, I'm Pastor Nick and I'm here with
Eden.
and
Ezra.
it's been great to be with you for the Family Friday stop on our rocky railway. This week we learned that Jesus' power helps us to be bold and we can trust Jesus. Before we go, we want to share our Bible verse from Isaiah 40 verse 29 in a special way. Try this with us. First, you're going to move to your left. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. He gives power to the weak and strength to the powerless. All right, great. Guys, have a great Sabbath, and we look forward to seeing you next week for Move It Monday. Woo! All right, guys. Bye.